to her any time of the month, any month of the year, and she can tell you exactly where she is compared to last year and where she's going to be this time next year. She knows what's going on in her business. She's in charge of her numbers. So I'm really excited for you to get to hear from her today. Our award-winning interior designer, as I like to call her. She's had tons of awards that are mentioned in your program and on your invitation. Jennifer Manning.
Thank you so much. That is quite an introduction to live up to, so I really hope I do that today. So my goal for today for y'all is I want you to take away one thing. I want you to take away everything. I want you to memorize it and do it and be successful and be amazing and all those kinds of things. But I know that that's a large elephant when you're sitting here having lunch going, that's super overwhelming. So I want you to take away one thing today that you can go back to your office and implement before the 15th of September. Okay? So I want you to implement that before the 15th of September. That gives you a deadline, that gives you a goal, that gives you one thing that you've got to do, because your next list comes at the end of the month, and that way you're ready to go to put that to work for you for October. Okay? So I'm Jennifer Manley, and I'm with Decorating Den Interiors. Let's see if this works. Okay, yay! So that's me. And I have a little packet on y'all's table there. There's a flyer about our business, and then there's a flyer about a couple of awards that I just won. There's my business card. We put in the bags right now. We've done several different things for what our gifts are. Right now, they're the tape measures that you have in your bag. I have given away these lens cloths, and these are about the one thing that I get that are so puzzling. Like for me, it's like lens cleaner, it's no big deal. Somebody thought it was a pill bottle. Somebody thought it was breast spray. I'm like, please do not spray this in your mouth. But these are really cool. They have my name on them. They're lens cloths with spray. So you spritz your phone, your computer, your whatever, your glasses, and you can clean it all up. And then we've also given gift cards to use our services in several different increments. So all of those are kind of some things that that we put into those bags. So, So I've been with Your New Neighbor since 2013 and 14. I've been in business since 2011 August. We just celebrated our 6th anniversary. I started taking appointments January of 2012. Quickly found Rhonda through networking and became a member of Your New Neighbor in 13 and 14. In 15 was a little bit weird because I had great sales success in 13 and 14, and in 15 I had a baby, so kind of everything died. But we also decided not to, the amount of money I was spending on Your New Neighbor was not a good percentage for what I was making. So I had to kind of step back. So we stopped for 15. And in 15 was really crazy because in 15 I was working that list, all of those lists. So I had 24 lists that I was working. I was working all of those lists for all of 15, and I still made money off of those lists for the year that I didn't participate here. So those are lists that are residual, like they keep working for you. And I'll kind of tell you in our business how that happens. So I came back for 16 because I found out I was an idiot. And so I'm back for 16 and 17. And we're in Keller and Alliance are the two areas that we're in, and now we're just in Keller. We're the best of the best Keller for 2016, best of the best Haslett for 2016, best of Thumbtack for 15 and 16. I was just awarded Franchise Owner of the Year. We have 250 franchises nationwide, and I was just awarded Franchise Owner of the Year. I was in the top 5% of sales for our entire company. Thank you. I did that in 6 years, and I said, well, I've peaked, so now what do I do? And they said, well, now you just have to run a company. And I was like, well, that's the boring stuff. I hate just running a business and working. But we are also first runner-up Decorator of the Year for our award-winning kitchen, which is also on the back side of that flyer. So that's kind of enough about me, so let's talk more about me. My journey with Your New Neighbor. Like I said, I signed for 13. When I signed up, Rhonda sent me, she had just gone to a little workshop. She had come back and said, Jennifer, I've got 313. It's amazing. It's exactly what we're going to do. It's everything it is. And I need you to do this. And when I started getting these lists, I was very overwhelmed. I had no idea what to do with them. And so I said, well, if she says 313 is the magic key, let's make it happen. And so we started 313. I had to hire a college student for 2 years to do it because it was so overwhelming. It's a lot to grasp and it's a lot of work to do. And so I hired a college kid to come in twice a week to take care of everything and keep up with all of our marketing for this. And every list that we've received from Rhonda, no matter what area we're working, has been over 100 or averaged about 100 names per list for over 4 years. That is sustainable growth. That is how fast people are moving to Keller, to Southlake, to North Tarrant, to Alliance, to Roanoke. All of those places, you guys see them. We're getting 100 per list. And that's crazy where these people are going. So as I drive down 35 and I see all of our grass being tilled up for more houses, I see where they're going. So we're having amazing growth in this area, and it's just a great way to capitalize on this. So in my industry specifically, I've been able to go back for 4 years now and look at the statistics. And my statistics have told me that in my business, I need to send in something the first month I get their name so that they know who I am, they know that I'm here for them, they know that I'm awesome. But then I was sending something every single month because in my business I'm told that people will only call you after 7 to 9 times of seeing your marketing piece, seeing your name, seeing who you are, because they don't know who you are, so it takes that many times for them to see you. And I'm like, well, I can send this first list in January 9 times. That gets me to September before I make money. Oh, then there's February. Oh, then there's March. Oh, then there's April. Oh, then there's May. And like you just see the dollar signs going up, right? And so we kind of came up with a program, and then it's been extended into KLT, which is such a great program because it's manageable and somebody else manages it and you don't have to worry about it. So, so that's why I like the 3, sorry, I got off track. I had something in my teeth. All right, so we had 313. So that's 3 pieces before we even tell them that there's a sale. And then there's 3 pieces, and then there's a sale. So I'm not hitting them every single time with a sale. I'm just hitting them with, hey, I'm the expert in this field. Back to what I was saying about what happens in my industry. What I found with all the statistics in my industry, in interior decorating, is that first things they buy in the first 90 days is window treatments, lighting, and accessories. Because they mostly came in with their furniture, perhaps. They're not going to do a lot of renovating for the majority of people. So they come in and they want window treatments, lighting, and accessories. That's easy. So I hit them for a year about buying this stuff for me. And what I found out from all of that is that it takes them 6 to 9 months to make a call to me because they're so overwhelmed and they're digging out of boxes. And interior decorating is a little bit different than most fields. People are ashamed to have boxes in their house dirty. So they won't call and talk to me, which I really don't care what your house looks like because it's going to look amazing when I'm done. So it takes them that long to dig their way out to the front door to give me a call to have somebody come in and look at their house. So what I've done is I've kind of reversed. I've hit them the first time, and then just like KLT does, it's month 2, 4, and 6, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so how do you track and how do you measure? So this is how I started. So when we got our September list, these are all the things that we were sending out. A letter, an email, a postcard, an email, top 10 reasons why we're amazing, room of the week emails, lighting postcards, email accessories. Anything that's not an email is something I was paying for. Okay, that's marketing material I'm paying for, such as postcards, letters, stamps. We actually triple fold a letter and put it in an envelope and stamp it and mail it, which is a much higher price than a postcard because you're paying 50 cents for one of those. But I feel like it's a personal touch. It says, welcome to the neighborhood. It says, we're amazing, you need to know us. You're amazing, and I really, really, really want to know you. And then congratulations at the end. So you can see your September list you don't touch until October. So in October we had 105, but we had 28 emails out of that list. So you can see that in this spreadsheet, it just goes down the row, and that's how we tracked what we were sending every single month. Don't worry, here's what October looked like. So October, you don't have September, October, you send that in November. Another 105, 33, 105. So you can see that. So then there's November, I gave you a 3-month look. So you send November and December, you've got 98, 25, 98, 25. You see we're still averaging 100 on that list, and roughly 25% of that is emails. So you really do need to hit them in their mailbox, not just their inbox, because you don't have a full listed inbox. In order to take and maximize your entire list, you got to send something in the mail. So this is what it looks like when you put all of that together. So let's just take a look at February, for instance. In February, we send 105 postcards for the September list, and 98 postcards for the November list, and 33 emails. So that's 200 marketing pieces for the month of November, times the printing, times the postage, times the time it takes to send it out. So it gets a little overwhelming and a little cumbersome. But with your KLT, and I'm not selling you KLT. I don't really care what you do, right? But I think you really should do KLT. So, because with that, you just give them the graphics, they make their postcard, they have the list, and they send it out, right? You just decide on the months to go. And I was paying more than I would for KLT in a college student to do this, plus all the printing, plus all the postage, right? So I was really spending, in 14, and the reason my marketing went up and my sales didn't really increase too much, I took on another area, so we took on Alliance. And so I spent $10,000 on this program, which was 20% of what I made off the program, or from the program. So I was like, and I'm having a baby, and I can't pay this college student who's graduating, what am I gonna do? So that's why we panicked and ran, right? But then I really sat down and looked at the numbers, and I was like, there were a lot of things there that really justified those marketing dollars and the revenue, so that's why I came back. But it's very cumbersome to do that. So I really say that if you guys get it together and really pull your marketing pieces together and then put your emails together, I put my emails together the first of every quarter. And I run through, it takes me half a day or less. If you've got constant contact, or if you've got your own email program, you can go in and make those together. I make them together, put it together for 3 months. I schedule them to go out, and I set it and forget it, and I don't come back and look at it at all. And I know that those are just rotating out, and I know that they're going out because I'm getting phone calls in. So you have to do that kind of varying inbox and direct mail, so that people don't feel like you're just bombarding them one thing over and over and over, the same type of thing. So let's talk about measuring. So the way we measure that, hold on, I have to switch. Pardon me. Okay, so does everybody in here have some way to track their marketing dollars?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make you raise your hand. Okay, so this is a great way to track your marketing dollars. You put in at the top what your marketing avenue is, and then you go in and you put in how many leads. This thing is not sized correctly, and I can't fix it. But you go in and you figure out how many leads you have. There's math in here, it does the math, and it comes down to what your total closure rate is, sales rate, average sale, and then what you're putting in for your marketing dollars there as well. So I just encourage you to have some kind of spreadsheet, something that you are tracking how much you're spending in the avenue and what your leads and then conversion rate and sales are from that avenue. You just have to know that. If you don't know that, you can't make educated decisions on what you should be doing and how you should be getting your name out there. I'm preaching to the choir because you guys are pretty sophisticated people, right? Okay. Okay. So increasing your ROI, your return on your investment. You've invested your money into the program to begin with. So if you just get your list and sit on it and you don't do anything with it, then you're already losing the money you've paid to receive this list. So it's important, and all the work that Rhonda put in. And so it's really important that you are capitalizing on this list to the best of your ability. So this is kind of what we do. It's all about follow-up, follow-up, follow-up. Isn't that fun? I figured out how to do animations on there. So marketing is all about building trust. As we know, people hire people they know, like, and trust. And can I let y'all in on a little secret? Rhonda, close your ears. I didn't know KLT stood for know, like, and trust until like 1 second ago. So I didn't do it on purpose because I really didn't know. I thought it was like Keller Leadership Team or something like random. I had no idea what she was talking about. So I just thought it was fun. So I apologize. But people only know you if you tell them about you, right? So I go to networking and I go to BNI and I stand up and I say, hi, I'm Jennifer Manley. I'm your interior decorator and I'm amazing. And it's really funny because everybody's like, hey, amazing, hey, awesome, how's it going? And then somebody will be like, well, I'm not quite as amazing as Jennifer, but I'm pretty awesome. And so you just need to cultivate that culture and tell people how amazing you are, because you are amazing. You're an expert in your field. You got up and put your makeup on and you made yourself beautiful to go see people. That's amazing, because some days I have 2 kids and I don't get out of bed. So you got there. So capitalize on all of that to the best of your ability. So you have to tell people that, tell them about you. That's the only way they're going to know who you are. And Larry, they only like you if you like them. Right? So you gotta like them, you gotta tell them how much you like them. You don't know them, but you really, really like them. And so you need to like them for them to like you. And then they only trust you if you educate them. I really trust people that I know that they're the expert in their field. And I can tell people I'm the expert in my field, but my pictures and my furniture and my awards and my design and my desire to really, really transform your life by the way that you live and how you live really makes them trust me, because that's really what I want to do. So you have to educate them on in order for them to trust you. So the 3-1-3. So know, like, and trust. 3 of those, 3 know, likes, and trusts, and then 1 sale, and then 3 know, like, and trusts. Right? And so this is one of them. So this is our email that we send out to our entire list, all of our lists. So it can be by the end of the year that we're sending like 5,000 emails out very easily. So this is just one of those educational newsletters, right? If you're hoping to make a statement for a crystal chandelier, not only will it lighten up your space, it'll also add a hint of sophistication to your home. Don't you want to be sophisticated? So put some crystals on it, right? So this is one of those just educational newsletters. And then here are 2 others. So we don't just do all newsletters, we do like room of the week. So this is how I layer my room of the weeks. Does everybody have a website? All right. Yeah. Do you pay attention to your website and change it up so that you get to the top of the list? And do you add new pictures to your portfolio if it's something amazing that you've done? Do you add awards to your website because you are awesome and win awards? Do you add testimonials because your clients think you're awesome and tell you about it, so you add testimonials to your website? All right, those are 3 things you can do tomorrow. Okay? So you got to do that. So this is what I did for this email. And this is how I made these lists work for me. I also do retargeting with my SEO company, so we retarget. So I will stalk, sorry it's videotaped, I'll stalk your ass for like 5 months. Okay? So, I love it. So what we did here, and this is just one version, but I do several other options. So on Room of the Week, I'll put a hideous before up here because, well, they're not all hideous, but most of them are. So anyways, I'll put a really ugly before up here, and I'll be like, do you want to see what this room turned into? Because it transformed into something amazing. Now, don't lie in those Facebook posts like they're all not legit subject lines. So anyways, so then you have to click on this picture. You click on this picture, and it takes you to my portfolio on my website, and it's the first picture up there. So you see the before, and then you see the after. And then you're like, oh, I'm in her portfolio. Oh, I want to see more before and afters. And now they go through and they look through all of your portfolio, or they look through about me, or they look through about your awards, or they look through about your testimonials, whatever you directed them to. And now that you've got them, they're in your website. You get to tell them how amazing you are because they're already there, right? And then if you're in a retargeting program, you stalk their ass for 5 months, and they can't get rid of you on Facebook, any website, any news magazine. You can't get rid of you, and that's awesome. Right? Okay, so then this is another one. So we do YouTube. Is anybody using video to tell people about how amazing you are? To get them to like you, to get them to trust you? What are you doing on your videos?
Whenever we have new drinks and new items, our web designer comes on, takes videos of our bartenders, kind of our catering events to show, exactly what's going on.
Nice. And so do you just get any videos of clients sitting there drinking the drinks and being like, this is really good?
Yes, actually, some of our weddings that we've done, the photographers that do the actual weddings, they send me videos.
Very nice.
That included our services.
Fantastic. And you're posting them on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and website and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. What are you doing on your videos?
Client testimonials.
Good.
So they just get on there and tell the story, what they were like before and what they're like now.
Very nice. Great. And so what we did on ours is that I go into model homes And we have a YouTube channel. They're 20-second videos. They're nothing like super long and involved. I did it at 20 seconds because I thought that's what you could get in on Twitter or Vine or Instagram or whatever, but I just decided we'll do YouTube. So they're 20-second videos. If you've got 6 minutes, you can binge watch my entire channel, right? So we got 20-second videos up there, and it's just me standing right here in front of this book. Hey guys, do y'all have this awkward little staircase area? This is how you fix that. This is how you make it spectacular and not ho-hum boring. You put a cool little chair here, a lamp, you put a mirror, you put a bench, you put whatever, and I give ideas. And so that puts me in front of my audience in a human way. They can say, oh, I see her. Oh, she's been in my house because she's on my computer. Oh, she's got great ideas. That's what you need to do to make you relatable to the people on your list, right? Then you stick it in an email, you put the big YouTube click button here so they have to go to YouTube, and then from there they can get to your website. So you just want to drive them back to where you can stalk them, right? Yeah. Any questions about any of that? No? All right. So, one other thing on video, just as a side note, what is kind of cool is if you have a client that you're in the middle of working with and you may have a project that you're working on but they don't know you're working on, just because there's a lapse. Like, so we sell furniture and then I don't see them for another 8 weeks, but in that 8 weeks they're like, I wonder where my furniture is, you know? And so I send them a personal email that it just goes straight to them. It's on a private link on YouTube. Nobody else can see it. And it just pops up and it's me going, hey, I got your sofa in, it looks amazing, I'll see you on Tuesday, or we're still working diligently on it, it's being in the manufacturing, it's coming in, I'll let you know on a ship date. But that's you in their email talking to them. They've seen your face, they've heard your voice. It's not just an email where they get to interpret your attitude and tone in an email, right? It's you telling them verbally. So kind of consider maybe adding that to your correspondence and your follow-ups and stuff like that. All right. So again, here's your direct mail. So we did three postcards in our list, and the first one was on lighting, and it had this fun, interesting stuff on the back. And then we did one on window treatments, and then we did one on accessories. So those are kind of our postcards that we sent out a couple of years ago. So now you've committed to your new homeowner, you've invested a monthly gift, you've created a marketing plan, and you've tracked your investment, and you've measured your investment, and now you can make an educated decision on your future. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? And you should probably go stalk a few people because it's lots of fun. Okay, so I kind of went through that really fast, and I'd be happy to take any questions or go over anything else more in depth that anybody had something on. Go ahead.
You mentioned YouTube. Do you have your own channel on YouTube?
Yes, it's called Your Big Reveal. It's easy to make a YouTube channel. If you can make a Facebook page, you can make a YouTube channel. It is not hard. Does anybody else have?
Did you bring hard copies of your follow-up pieces?
I did not. I do not have them. I don't get them. Everybody else does.
Get on our stocking list, right?
Yeah. Get on a second.
What other marketing tactics are you using besides your neighborhood, and how do you compare those things?
Yeah, so I love to layer. So you have to layer your marketing. You can't just expect one thing to work these days. And I just read the other day that you can do all email, you can do all website, you can do all social media and that kind of thing, and it really works, but people really like getting stuff in the mail that means something to them, that's something pretty, that is a personal letter and a handwritten card. They still like those tangibles because they can hold on to them. And they really still like putting stuff on their refrigerator. I know, because I take it off of it every day. So they really like to do that. So give them something to post, right? And so not only do I do direct mail so they get that in the mailbox, I also work with a couple of local magazines. And so I'm in their magazines, so they get the magazine in the mail, and they're flipping through, and they're like, oh, there's Jennifer, that's a pretty cute room. And they look at the postcard, and they're like, oh, that's Jennifer. So just like you walked in, you saw me in here today, but you saw my face on the email that came through in your invitation and on the business cards in your bags. So you're like, oh, I know her. Oh, I've seen her. And when I sit down with clients, they're like, you're everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, because you got on my newsletter and I stalked your ass for 5 months. And so...
Great video, by the way.
Oh, sorry. And so, but that's what you got to do. You got to take these lists because, you know, you still get 25% of those in emails, and that becomes a social thing that you can retarget if you can get them to click on your stuff. So that's what you need to do there. But we layer with magazines. We have the direct mail. We have the new homeowners. We also have a separate direct mail program that we're in that targets not new homeowners, but like everybody else in a certain demographic. Does that make sense? Does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, I guess it's the difficult thing is, we always get this, we saw your flyer. Well, we haven't sent a flyer out forever. We're in magazines, we're in this, and I think it's hard to tell, pinpoint sometimes where.
Oh, I ask them. I'm like, oh, really?
Well,
Do you have that flyer?
Yeah.
Oh, good, because I'm pretty sure it had a sale on it. Don't you want a sale? You got to show me the flyer.
Yeah, we ask all the time too, and half the time they don't know, or don't remember which magazine it's on.
Or they don't
Yeah.
want to admit.
So,
Nobody
that's
wants
the
to
question
admit
is
that
how.
they were susceptible to advertising.
Yeah, we're just looking for ideas on how you can actually influence that a little more specifically, because it is hard.
Yeah, we do a lot of code. We do some codes on some things. So it's mention this ad and you get this percentage off. If you don't mention the ad, you don't get it. But even on postcard, you can say, everybody likes to put in a promotional code online on Amazon when they get something, they can put a promotional code in there. So give them a promotional code and say, if you give me this code, that way you can track that back to that marketing piece.
Are you just like to put in the bags?
That's really a dollar thing for me. And so my promo girl had some things on sale after she got back from convention, and she was like, these things are on sale, go get them. Because these really aren't, they're much more expensive than the price I paid for them. But I like tape measures because I have clients that are like, well, I was shopping and I didn't know how, so it's nice to just dump that in your purse and just measure and that kind of thing. The gift cards were an easy thing because I could buy them in bulk, and I just wrote the dollar amount on the back of each one of them. That way they're just blank. Huh?
Easy for you.
Yeah, well, I didn't make it easy for Rhonda, but that's me. Yes. And then she has the purple one there. In your goodie bags that I have here, there is a white card. It's a registration card. If you want to give me your name and email address, because I can stalk you for the next 5 months. If you want to give me your name and email address on that, I have pumpkin spice latte season gift card. Of course. Right? So we'll do 3 door prizes for that.
Before we get into door prizes, I wanted to mention what you were talking about. Yes.
I'm sorry. We have one more question. I'm sorry. Is there a question over here? No. Okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
So while we were talking about the gifts that she's putting in, you'll notice this one came from Goodwill to Go. See how she's put it in a cello bag? So they will take a lot of time examining this before they even bother to open it. And then once they open it, not only is her logo visible on the outside, but when they open it, she's got tons of material in here that's also got her logo on it. She's just getting a lot of extra impressions of her logo.
What are they putting in there?
She's got a couple of offers in here. You'll have to tell him what's in your little brochure, but I remember that you got a gift certificate or a little coupon from Legoland.
I have a partnership with Merlin Entertainment, the parent company of Legoland and Sea Life, and so it's a free child's admission with an adult purchase. So that's in there, and then several other things like a brochure on our pickup program and a promotional item and probably a magnet of some kind and my business card. And some other
But it's busy,
stuff.
it's intriguing, it's exciting, and it's wrapped. They will open it and spend some time with it. You want them to spend as much time with it in their hands as you can possibly get them to do that. So that's fun. And Jennifer, because you are so amazing and you've had such a fabulous year, we just wanted to celebrate with you a little bit. So we have champagne for anybody that would like to participate. It's just enough for you to toast her with.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Okay,
Thank
we
you.
won't go crazy. Sure, thank you. Everybody will be able to go to the gas pumps, no problem. And we don't have enough flutes, so when we run out of these, you get little sample cups. Pays to sit on the front row.
I'm all set, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Here's another one. So this is kind of like communion. Make sure you don't imbibe until we get it all passed out. Okay.
I was here last week.
There we go.
They want a little bit too much.
Well, my appliance
Is that? Okay, and then we get another bottle. You got it.